Here is a huge, deep, and flowing poem inspired by a multifaceted discussion, one that celebrates thought, connection, contrast, and meaning. I very much enjoyed a multifaceted discussion. I very much enjoyed a multifaceted discussion where words did not walk straight lines, but curved like rivers around hidden stones, where every sentence opened a door, and every pause held a universe waiting to speak. It was not a talk of simple yes or no, not a narrow path paved with certainty, but a wide horizon of layered thoughts, where logic shook hands with emotion, and questions were welcomed as honored guests. We spoke in colors, not just in facts, in shadows and light, in maybes and why nots. Ideas unfolded like origami birds, each crease holding intention, each fold revealing a new sky. One voice carried reason like a compass, another carried doubt like a necessary storm. One whispered experience, worn and wise, another dreamed aloud, fearless and bright, and together they made something whole. We disagreed without becoming distant, challenged without drawing blood, listened not to reply but to understand, and in that rare exchange, respect became the strongest argument. Thoughts overlapped like musical harmonies, different notes, same song, sometimes clashing, sometimes resolving, but always moving forward, always alive with purpose. Silence, too, had a voice that day. It spoke between the lines, in thoughtful nods and waiting breaths, reminding us that reflection is also a form of participation. The discussion traveled through many rooms. Philosophy sat beside practicality. Hope debated realism. Memory argued with possibility, and none were turned away at the door. I felt my mind stretch beyond its borders, comfort zones dissolving gently, certainties loosening their grip, making space for deeper understanding, for the humility of not knowing everything. There was beauty in complexity, in truths that refused to be singular, in perspectives shaped by different lives, different losses, different victories, all equally valid, all equally human. When it ended, it did not truly end. It followed me into quiet moments, echoed in later thoughts, returned as new questions, as if the conversation chose to live on. I very much enjoyed a multifaceted discussion because it reminded me that minds are vast, that dialogue is an art, not a battle, and that understanding is not found in agreement, but in the willingness to explore together. And long after the words were spoken, I carried the feeling with me, that rare, enriching sense of having been part of something thoughtful, something honest, something deeply alive. If you'd like, I can make it more romantic, philosophical, academic, or emotional, or personalize it with names and themes you love.